The Minecraft Happy Ghast Guide. The Happy Ghast is a new mob in the Chase the Skies drop that can be ridden, used as scaffolding for building, and for transporting mobs. In this video I'll explain how to get the Happy Ghast and how it works. How to get the dried ghast. To get the Happy Ghast, first you will have to get a dried ghast block. There are 3 ways to find the dried ghast. The first way is it can be found in the Soul Sand Valley in the Nether realm. The Soul Sand Valley will be composed of soul sand and soul soil. The dried ghast has a 33% chance to generate next to the Nether fossils, which are bone blocks that are found on the surface of the Soul Sand Valley. Dried ghast can be broken instantly by hand or any tool. This would be the easiest way to get the dried ghast. Another way is through the piglin bartering. Piglins can be found in the Crimson Forest, Nether Waste, and Bastion Remnant. They will be hostile towards the player unless you are wearing a piece of gold armor. Giving the piglin a gold ingot, there is a 2.13% chance to get a dried ghast block. The last way is through a crafting recipe, which is 8 ghast tears and a soul sand block. Soul sand blocks can be found in the Soul Sand Valley, near the lava sea in the Nether, and in small amounts in other places. The ghast tears can only be acquired by killing a ghast. Ghast when killed will drop 0 to 1 ghast tears, and this can be increased to 0 to 4 with the Looting 3 sword. Ghast can be found in almost every Nether biome except the Crimson and Warp Forest biomes. How to get the Happy Ghast. Once you have the dried ghast, you will need to place the block. You will have to place water to submerge it. You can tell this is working as there will be green particles. If the water is removed, it will return it to a dried ghast. The expression on the dried ghast will change after every 5 minutes, going from a frown to a smile. It will take 20 minutes before the dried ghast will become a ghastling. The ghastling is the in-between stage before a happy ghast. It will take about 20 minutes for the ghastling to become a happy ghast. During this stage, they will follow players or mobs within a 14 block range. The mobs the ghastling will follow are most of the passive mobs. This process can be sped up by feeding the ghastling snowballs that can decrease the growth time by 10%. Ghastlings also cannot have a harness placed on them. How to use the Happy Ghast. Now that you have the Happy Ghast, the first thing is that the Happy Ghast will follow the player holding a harness or a snowball. There is a range similar to other mobs that Happy Ghasts will follow players holding items. A harness is a new item. The crafting recipe is 3 leather, 2 pieces of glass, and a piece of wool in the crafting table. The harness also can be dyed different colors in the crafting grid with the harness and any of the 16 dyes. You can ride the Happy Ghast by right-clicking the harness on it and right-clicking again. If you want to remove the harness, you can right-click with shears. Shears can now be used to remove any saddle or harnesses. There can be up to 4 different players that can ride the Happy Ghast at once. The person that first gets on will be at the front and control it when the players are riding it. The Happy Ghast will be wearing its goggles when ridden. The controls are similar to other mobs as you look in the direction you want to move and press W to move forward and spacebar to move up. The rate the Happy Ghast move is 5 meters a second, which is slightly faster than the player walking at 4.3, but not as quick as sprinting at 5.6. You can also stand on the Happy Ghast and they will not move, so it can be used for building as a moving platform. Also, they aren't affected by speed potions, so you cannot increase their flying speed. Some other important points is that the Happy Ghast doesn't panic like other mobs when being attacked, and you don't have to worry about falling off the Happy Ghast if it takes damage. They aren't immune to fire damage, don't shoot fireballs, and can be attacked by the wither. The Happy Ghast does have a health of 20, which is more than the ghast. You can see their health when riding them. If they are damaged, they will regenerate at 1 health every 30 seconds. It will regenerate 1 health every second if it is at cloud level between Y level 187 and 196 in the world, it is raining, or it is snowing. Also, if you kill a Happy Ghast, it will only drop 1 to 3 XP and a harness if it is wearing one. One of the cool features of the Happy Ghast is they can be used to transport mobs. With horses, donkeys, mules, skeleton horses, zombie horses, camels, and sniffers, they can have a lead attached to them with the other end attached to the Happy Ghast. This will connect them underneath the Happy Ghast, making them easier to move. Other mobs that can fit in a boat can now have the boat connected to the lead with the other end of the lead connected to a Happy Ghast. If you try to do this without a boat, it'll connect the mob, but the lead is more likely to break. To attach the lead to a Happy Ghast instead of holding it, make sure to sneak and right click underneath the Happy Ghast. You can tell this worked properly as there will be 4 leads connected to the mob or boat from the Happy Ghast. The lead can later be removed by shears on the happy ghast, the mob, or the entity. All of these are new to the Chase the Skies drop, as there have been added uses for the lead. Last is the home location. This is the area that the happy ghast will stay within. When harnessed, this will be 32 block radius, and without a harness it is 64 block radius. The home location can be where they spawn. When a harness is placed or removed, they are unleashed, dismounted, or no longer tempted by a snowball, a harness, or a mob. From testing the happy ghast, I found them difficult to keep close. I found that keeping a snowball in your offhand would keep them close, or using a lead to keep them attached to a fence post. Because they fly and have a large home area, they can fly away from where you want them to be.